All right, it came in the mail today. This is I think it's pronounced JEO-TEC. I'm gonna have to ask the fine guys at JET how to pronounce it. Us Americans love to call it JEO-TEC, which I know is not the proper pronunciation, as this knife is from Spain. I just got the package from Amazon. I have not opened the box yet. I just opened up the package. So here's how it's packaged. Back this up a little bit. First things first, I like the box. I think it's classy. It made it look like a wooden crate, which I think is pretty cool. Better than, like, for example, Tops. Tops knives are awesome, but they come in a plastic bag with a blue little paper. This is a little bit more effort. I also love the fact that it's taped, because a lot of times if it's an Amazon return and it's being resent to me, they're not going to have it taped up still. This tells me it's also factory new, which I also like. So let's open her up. Look at that. That is a company packaging an item. Who cares? Foam, the way it's elegantly placed, delicately placed as well. This is a good sign. This is a company that cares about their product. Again, like my cold steel tomahawk. This is not cold steel, but my cold steel one came in like a box that just flopped around. Like most companies with knives these days, their presentation is pretty lacking. So this is awesome. Comes with, I mean, look the way this was opened up and placed. That's awesome. I love the ground to air code stuff. I love that it gives you a little survival thing, because that's what they're gearing towards, is survival. These guys are really nice. I've been talking to a nice guy on Instagram. Shout out to Jose. Really cool dude. Very helpful. These guys are awesome. No complaints. They're top-notch customer service for sure. Let's pull her out. All right. Wow, look at the shininess of that handle. Look at those stainless steel, beautiful bolts. Wow. Ferro rod and striker. Wow, that's a decent sized ferro rod. That's awesome. I love how it's individually wrapped. Again, this is a small thing, but like, I mean, the ferro rods that come with my other knives that are really top-notch companies, they don't have this little feature, and they're premium knives, top knives, Spark River knives. These knives are Sheath. Love it. Comes with a striker, even though the spine is sharp. I like that it comes with a striker. I like that it's kind of green or something. It's definitely unique in color, which I appreciate. It's got a saw teeth top there. I'm sure you could strike it here or here. We'll see though. And the Spanish Beauty. This sheath looks brand spanking new. Look at the shininess on the finish. So you can tell it's got a few ways to mount it already on your hip, or scout style if you want to hide it behind your back, which this is a nice tight package. It looks kind of big on film, but when you have it in person, it's a tight package. Put it in perspective. Here's my Buck 75th anniversary edition. Lengthwise, it's a pretty tight package, so you could totally scout carry this. Now let's open her up. Leather retention on the snap. I know that people complain about it cutting here when they pull it out, but it does flop out for me. I think it's going to be safe. All right. Wow. Wow. First off, wow, that handle is amazing. That thick 2.0 thick 5mm thick. Wow, look at the thickness to this beast. That finger choil. That finger choil did not look very big on films, but I can tell you with I have huge hands, XL hands. With my XL hands, like, oh man, and this little, ooh, this is comfortable. That is nice. And that logo, by the way, that logo is ballin'. Like, come on, how cool is that logo? Let's be honest, that logo is really freaking cool. I mean, it's a stick figure with a bow and arrow. Like Essie's knives are just a big Essie, or like a skeleton, which is pretty cool, like a pirate. But still, it's not like it's branded out the ass. This is very elegant. And by the way, Essie's awesome. I love Essie. I don't mean to pick on them, but I'm just giving them as an example because they're a bushcrafting type, hard use knife company. But let me tell you, this is something else. Wow. Just beautiful. You could use this as a signal mirror. It's got such a shine. Wow, the weight, the size. Okay, compare it to my Becker BK62, which I thought this was a very wide, like, good PB&J making sandwich guy right here. But look at the difference in width. I mean, wow. And this is a beast. This is a beast. And it's not that heavy. Like, it's heavy enough to give you, like it feels serious, but it's not gonna it's not gonna bring you to the bottom of the ocean and sink you. It's just wow. That is, I love the divot. First impressions of this divot's amazing with this finger choil. Absolutely will let me choke up there. Give me a nice little pinch grip action here, or I can just simply do this if I wanted to. Put my hand back here maybe a little bit. Oh yeah, that's gonna be comfortable. Man, this is beautiful. This is more than I expected. Let's see. Yeah, this is such a brilliant. These guys are really smart knife makers. I saw from another gentleman's video. I forgot his YouTube channel. Shout out to I think it's the Wanderer or Prepared Wanderer, I believe. Anyway, he mentioned how this felt domed. I mean, that's just such brilliancy. I don't have a knife with a sharp spine to show right now, but a sharp spine is not comfortable for woodwork. So this domeness allows me to have this entire area comfortable for getting in there and doing whatever I need to do. But what they have is these sharp corners that allows for the scraping of a ferro rod if desired. So you get best of both worlds. You get a sharp corner for the striking, and then you get a comfortable dome for the back of the knife. Absolutely beautiful. The number 7, elegant. I mean, come on. I never did mention it's N690. It's a stainless steel, pretty popular in Europe, from Bowler. Its corrosion resistance is incredible. I'm super excited about this because, a lot of people talk about survival knives. I've got a lot of things like this rust removal, for example, for my carbon blades. But if I'm stuck somewhere in a survival situation, it's a downpour, which is inevitable. Like, these 1095 blades rust really easily. Even if you wipe them down, even if you put, blade guard on it, oil it up, they rust. And eventually, if you're stuck out there for an indefinite amount of time, which is what survival is, you're supposed to think about, that's going to be a useless item eventually. It's going to give you tetanus. It's going to be a rusted monster. Something like this. Oh yeah, this thing here will be beautiful the whole time we're out there. It's got a higher chromium content than my Buck S30V Custom that I showed earlier. It's, wow, what a fucking beautiful knife. Man. I am impressed. I knew it was going to be a good purchase. I just knew it. And then this. Oh yeah. Look at that little stone. Love it. I'm going to probably use something, I don't know, there's a good pocket for it. Okay, yeah. But stone would suffice, for sure. I have a sharpening kit that I bring with me everywhere I go, but pretty damn cool having that on your person. Love the snaps, love the build quality. What a bargain. What an absolute bargain. Alright guys, this is my first look This is my unboxing, I guess. I'm gonna do a full review of this knife and the sheath and all the accessories. Coming up next, full review, see this in action. But this is my unboxing and first look. Beautiful. I'm impressed. JEO-TEC. JEO-TEC. Let's call them JEO-TEC. Our boys at JEO-TEC, and that coolest logo ever. That is so pimp. Look at that logo. Come on. And over here, just clean. Number 7 down here, not even on the blade. Beautiful. Oh, didn't cut anything. Before we go, what would be an unboxing without a factory edge paper test? Oh yeah, that cuts. That is as sharp or sharper than my buck custom. Let's try to swoop. Look at that. Just clean. Awesome. Love it. Quick thoughts on this guy. Man, it's got a feeling to it that I can't quite put a hand on. But it reminds me of like a classic North American feel with these Cocobolo handles that are just so perfect. I've always wanted a Cocobolo knife. This fits that niche perfectly. Or it's that wide, short, flat angle. And this brilliant, like usually you see the hump. This knife features a little recurved divot that it really makes sense when you get a hold of it in your hand. Like I had the oversized finger choil on the Tahoma field knife from Tops, and that was wonderful. I love the oversized flexibility of the size of it, but when I put my thumb on that back, it had the reverse effect. And I'll tell you what, I like the this going in, because it's so fluid. You're pushing down in versus having that hump down. I mean, this just makes sense. It allows me to get it really in there and almost like use it like a screwdriver, because you got such a narrow grip. Like that's gonna be great for drilling precise boards for fire making or notches or any kind of whittling. Again, the logo is just so pimp. I love it. Oh, look at that. That little. I wonder what the story is behind the bow and arrow and the stick figure. I wonder if that's a person that they know, or if it's just a cool design someone made. Can't get it in focus here. Sorry. There. There we go. That's mostly. I need to do a center focus next time. I do that now. At number 7, of course, being satin finish, it's going to have the fingerprints and eventually scratches, I'm sure. Try to keep that down. This knife is the knife is one of those knives that feel like it's almost like it gave a buck feeling when I pulled it out because of this classic North American feeling, which is really cool. Like I wish, like this is definitely it's cool. People in Spain must really know their outdoor stuff. It's my first foreign knife. Like major knife. I have a couple of these, made in China knife throwers. But generally speaking, like look at, here's a good example. It almost looks like my buck. I said it feels like a buck. Well, there you go. It almost looks like my buck 110. It's like if Buck made this knife, because the name recognition, it'd be crazy. But these guys at JEO-TEC deserve all the credit and all the money. These are the guys. Plus, this is a way cooler logo than Buck. But they look like could be brothers, Like, and when I pull it out, the quality, the fit, the shine, the satin, all that just feels good. It feels like, ooh, this is like display-worthy knife. It's almost like got that feeling that you don't want to use it because it's going to rough it up, It just feels like Christmas. That's what I felt like when I thought to myself, with that Chocobolo, just perfect look. I was like, that feels like Christmas. This is the Christmas knife. Oh yeah, look at that. I have my little BK62 I was showing earlier. This feels very straight. It's a very good knife. This feels like this knife on steroids, you know? And you know, best of all is like this is one of my first. I mean, I do the buck 119, but I'm not very big on the stainless steel. I'm not familiar with it. I mean, but this Bowler in 690 just looks like a pretty sweet makeup, and I'm trusting the heat treat over at JEO-TEC. These guys, and it looks to be great quality. This is not my review video. This is simply my unboxing, but yeah, this is beautiful.